Good evening. It's time for Comics and Cocktails with Cliff and our special guest, Mike of Lunch Money Comics.
Hey, Cliff. Hey, everyone.
Welcome aboard. and as usual, first up, a special message from our show. I just like to have the warning.
My daughter just asked, "Oh, you going on a live show? Can I watch?" And I was like, "No,
not this one.
No, not this one.
No, Daddy's stalker fan is hosting it. It's gonna be uncomfortable.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
It is gonna be great. All right, you know what? I have been trying to think of what getting to know you question to ask you that no one else has asked you.
Ooh, that's tough. That's a tall order.
No, I can't think of one. They've covered everything. By the way, ChatGPT thinks that you used to own a game store.
Nope.
Isn't that hilarious?
I wish. That'd be cool.
And
no.
By the way, the fact that ChatGPT understands who you are but has that one thing wrong about you is horrifying.
Wait, did it have right things? Like, that's crazy.
Yes, it had lots of right things.
That's weird. That's terrifying.
Including that your first comic was a Flash comic.
Well, yeah, actually, one of my earliest was a Flash comic. That's messed up.
That's impressive and absolutely horrifying. Absolutely horrifying. Yeah. So congrats, everyone. We're training it to destroy. On the other hand, ultimately, I could get it to render a copy of you for me. So, maybe I don't hate it. I don't.
Like a 3D render or just like a digital one?
Exactly.
Okay. If you want me to record something for you, Cliff, I'm happy to do so as a Christmas gift or something.
Oh, give me the Christmas gift. You're all the favorite things I like to eat.
Oh boy. Here we go. Honey, make sure my daughter's definitely not watching. Sam, go to bed. Cheers. What are we drinking? Tell us what we're drinking.
You're drinking the Scarlet Speedster.
Are you not?
I'm drinking, and I don't know, I'm drinking a sparkling non-Speedster. I'm drinking a Lightning Bolt because I don't have
we were both drinking this. I got excited.
We were both. Okay, so let's get real. How real can we get? Paolo, how are you? Just stick around for a few minutes. I appreciate you. Just stick around. Oh, look at Bunkmaster. What am I doing my Saturday evening? Your Friday evening. So, in my line of work, occasionally someone tries to delete themselves, and I have to show up. Actually, no, I don't usually have to show up, but in specific instances, I have to show up. Today was a specific instance where I had to show up and offer support. Am I making this as clear as I vaguely possibly can?
Yeah, we're good.
So that threw my entire evening off, and here we are with my lightning bolts.
You made it.
And
I told Cliff beforehand, audience, I'm wicked sick, like really sick. So I am gonna fake it till I make it as well. So cheers to both of us. This is the worst possible thing I could put in my body right now, by the way.
You know, it's great if we just both puke on stream, and then that's it. That's what this episode is known for forever. You are episode 14. I've mislabeled 2 episodes on the way to this one, but this one is correct. I'm very happy.
Very nice.
Very pleased. And I'm super pleased to have you here, even though I have... Oh, so here we go. I think I thought of something. No, you've answered that one too. You know what? You may have answered this one, but screw it, I'm going to ask it again. So, we all know the lunch money comes from the literal lunch money you use to buy comics. But what was your first how should I phrase this? What was your first intentional big purchase?
That's hard. Like, I remember the first comics I bought. So like you said, the first comics I had were Flash comics, but they were given to me. They were in a box. I remember distinctly being at our cabin in New Hampshire at a convenience store down the street, and I bought 3 comic books. It was an Ewok comic, It was a Transformers comic and a real Ghostbusters comic, and I still have those 3 comic books.
Nice.
But what you mean first big purchase? Like I went out of my way to buy like a
right.
book.
You're like, I'm getting this. It's happening. It's pricey. It's going to be mine. I'm going to go and fight for this thing. The whole thing.
Because it's Lunch Money Comics, there wasn't many comics I like spent a lot of money on. For me, like I've told the story a million times, but my first Spider-Man 2099 was like a big deal for me. It was $5. The first vintage comics I bought were Amazing Spider-Man 161 and 162, first Spider-Man Nightcrawler team up, also the first appearance of Jigsaw. I have those, and I that wasn't a lot. I mean, it was probably $20 for both of them back in the day. So that seemed like, ooh, I'm splurging a bit. But I think what you're getting at, like, what was the first big book I got?
Yeah, big-ish. Like, oh, I'm spending hundreds of dollars on this item.
Oh, so that's my Giant Size X-Men #1 right there.
Yeah.
So that's the book I've always wanted, ever since I was a kid. First appearance of my favorite character, several of my favorite characters. And it was very serendipitous how it kind of fell into my lap. I had recently, it was actually during COVID. Again, I only collected cheap stuff. I decided, I sold some collectibles while everything was booming and decided, hey, I have some money now to actually buy my Grail book. And kind of lucked into it. And it was a random thing. And, it's devalued now since I bought it, but it's special because of that.
Doesn't matter. It's yours. It's yours.
It's mine. It's mine.
And that shit's evergreen as far as I'm concerned.
If I get another one, I'm still keeping that one,
Will always be the first Nightcrawler, Thunderbird, Storm, Colossus. Always.
It's a classic. Yeah, so that's the first big book I splurged on, and I had no regrets. Like, I was like, oh my gosh. And I remember it was on the driver's seat when I picked up. I had to drive to Rhode Island, so I'm in Western Massachusetts. I was in Maine with my family, negotiated with somebody on my phone, dropped them off in Massachusetts, and I had to meet someone at a food court in Connecticut, Rhode Island. I drove like 7 hours that day to get this book. And I remember driving home with it on the passenger side of my seat. I kept looking at it. I shouldn't have been, right? I had to drive home on the highway. I'm like, I can't believe I have this book. It was a big deal. That was before Lunch Money Comics and before I really started collecting and leveraging, comics into bigger stuff. So, but I tell you, man, that feeling doesn't go away. You still remember feeling like a little kid in a candy store getting the book you always wanted. So, yeah, that's the first big book I ever got.
I don't even think I've gotten my first big book yet. Like, I have yet to spend over $250 for one book.
That's amazing. I'm proud of you. I wish I could say that. That's the way I used to be until, again, my channel got bigger and I realized when you get to know people in like the community and stuff, like books present themselves, and then books to trade, and hey, and then you kind of work your way up into them, and then who was it that told me this?
I wish it worked that way.
Yeah, I think it was Alex the Comic Corner told me one time. Like I think I told him like I can't buy books over $100. I freak out, and he goes, "Oh, that's gonna stop. Don't worry." He's like, the more you collect, that's gonna be $100 is the new $20. Especially with, the way the economy is and the inflation, things have happened since, COVID and all that. Yeah. I mean, unfortunately those books are easier for me to just go, yeah, it's just Monopoly money. Yeah. It's not Monopoly money. It's real money.
You're like, but it doesn't feel the same. It's not the same.
No, it's not the same. And coming from my background as being a really poor kid, I do feel guilty. It's so funny. Like I will cheap. I had to buy some gin. I bought some gin to make this drink that you had me make. And I went and I was literally, my choice of what to pick was being frugal and how much money I would save, $3 or $4, really. I was like, I could pick something that I'll actually enjoy for a long time. Instead, here I am hemming and hawing over $4 difference, right? But I will not bat an eyelash, like when I go to a comic.
Okay, so let me tell you that the difference between the two gins in front of me at my liquor store was $17. So there was much less hemming and hawing for me. Right. I was like, I don't need Tanqueray. Come with me, London gin bottle.
The plastic bottle?
No. I think no, honey. No. I mean, look, I'm poor, but I'm also gay. I mean, there are lines.
There you go.
There are
as long as it doesn't taste like bug spray, you're fine.
Yeah. Oh, that's just too horrible. My biggest purchase has been maybe $50 for my Slapix cover. Joel, what are you talking? Really, Joel? You're next. You're next. But I will tell you what I got for $240, and that's been my biggest expenditure of the year. And it made me the most nervous because the guy just took my offer like nothing. And then of course, without me realizing, it's coming from Hong Kong. So I was shitting a brick waiting for it to arrive from Hong Kong. And it's my Action 276.
Awesome.
Which is Supergirl joins the Legion. Also, it's got 5 Legionnaire first appearances. Brainiac 5, Sunboy, Phantom Girl, Triplicate Girl, Shrinking Violet, and Bouncing Boy.
Very cool.
You know, and as usual, just bullshit romantic tropes thrown in for God knows what reason. You know? I was like, it's not enough for Supergirl to travel to the future. Spidey, I love you with all my heart so much. And I can't say it enough. And I wish that this was an iComputer so I could just do the love bubbles. So, thank you for everything. You're amazing. Free Comic Day is coming. Yeah, that's right. It is a great comic. I love it. I paid $500. Most I spent. Yeah, you know, you start climbing, and then you start thinking, well, if I save this much over 6 months, I can get there. You know.
I think it's funny that people, well, you know, they'll spend like $20 every week on comics, you know, and then they
$20 a week. Who's spending $20 a week in comics? What are they buying? 3 books?
That's what I mean. Well, but if you think about it, if you just like take a break, you know, and you know that when people quit smoking cigarettes, there are ideas like if I cut this pack out every day or every week, we'll go on a cruise at the end of the year. Like you can do the same thing with fucking comic books or anything that you collect.
But most of it's too expensive. It's too expensive. I went after 3 weeks and I picked up. I was choosing my babies. I was really choosing my babies, right? And I picked up what I felt was the most important pickups of the last 3 weeks that I felt like I needed to get me through, and I still spent $50 and change, and I was livid, you know? Comics. Yes, you do, Izzy. Yes, you do. Who am I missing? Kevin, welcome. Hello. I really do love you, Spidey. Don't you ever forget it. Kenneth Bird, welcome. Izzyverse, we love you. Richard, I said hello. Wellborn, never to be forgotten. God, I missed him by like, I don't know, 20 seconds in the chat this morning. He's like, oh, okay. Okay. I see I don't rank. I don't rank. King's Portal, welcome. Joel, I love you. Bonk, I love you too. He kept me up for hours last week. In case you missed that drink festival. You know. Also, he stripped for me and basically dry humped the desk. So that's your competition.
Wow, the bar is set high.
But you're sick. You're sick. So
I'm so sick. I am so sick. I'm faking this so well.
I'm lowering that. I'm gonna save it. May 17th. You have to dry hump something. We'll save it for them.
Okay. When I'm feeling healthier and I'm in the mood, sure.
Because that's the comic swap.
Oh yes, I'm excited for that. That's a great show.
And it is a great show. It's already causing controversy in my life.
Really?
Free stripping. Yes, watch the last episode, King's Portal. Well, yeah, because like there's a few things, there's multiple things going on. But one is we have a family friend and she's like trying to do like an anniversary dinner for her father's passing. And like, so we're like all about it. And I was like, no, I'm not available the 17th. I can't do the 17th. And she's like, what about May 3rd? I'm like, the evening of May 3rd. Why the evening of May 3rd? Because it's free comic book day.
That's a good point.
And she's like, so I am planning my father's memorial dinner around a comic book show and free comic book day. I said, I really hope you understand how important this is to me. I might not make the swap 22nd wedding anniversary. Well, happy anniversary. Wellbore says she'll understand. Oh, Brad, she won't. Oh my goodness.
I'm trying to figure out right now. I was going to go visit Brandon Mon Comics and Ryan the Classic Collector. We were going to go in July and see Superman. Superman comes out in July, right?
Sooner.
Fantastic Four. I'm thinking Fantastic Four. We're gonna go out and like I was gonna visit all to go together, and it's the day after my wife's birthday. Didn't plan that well, so I'm kind of like, she'll be fine.
It's fine. July 25th, technically.
Technically. So we'll see.
Right? We'll see. It's that's the Friday after how many days from her birthday?
It's one.
So her birthday is the 24th.
Yeah.
So you're doomed.
Yeah, no, there's nothing I can't get out of it. So I'm trying to figure this out. I could probably work it out, but I probably shouldn't, right? So I don't want to cash that.
No, I want to go.
I don't want to cash the card. You go ahead. You should go out there. Go meet up with those guys. It'd be amazing.
You're of the three of you. You're the one I can actually carry. I mean, it's not as much fun. You know, I love having a pocket date to the movies. You know.
Yeah, you're all pretty big dudes, huh? Yeah.
You know, like I'll just walk in with you, and they're like, "Sir," I'm like, "It's my carry-on." You know.
It's my kid. It's my child. I get in cheaper. I get the children's
price. Exactly. You know, we'll just shave your face clean. It'll be great, and I'll be like, "Ah."
Oh gosh, King's Portal. Wow, talk about a downer.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. My mother died when Endgame came out, and my brother and I watched in the theater twice to come. Oh my God, I'm sorry.
I'm not laughing. I feel awful for complaining about my wife's birthday. So,
Jesus, we are. I'm sorry. Like I can't even tell you. I can't even remember. I don't remember anything. Oh, I do remember. Do you know what I was watching to cope with my father's death? A marathon of Kathy Griffin's My Life on the D List. And in doing so, it inspired me to start my annual one-day Toys for Tots toy drive. And her father died of congestive heart failure, just like my dad.
Wow.
And that was the same weekend he died. And I'm watching the episode where her father dies, and I'm in my mom's bedroom with her, and we're both watching it. And she goes, "Did she just say congestive heart failure?" She goes, "Did her father die the same way your father died?" I was like, "Yep." And that was it. And then and I'll never forget that. And it stayed with me. And I took her Toys for Tots episode kind of like as a sign. And that was it. Which is something we have in common. Tell me about your Toys for Tots drive.
Yeah, so I did with my good friend Rick. He has a shop a couple towns over from me called Has Been Collectible Toys and Comics, and he's a big toy guy. He worked for Hasbro, actually. Knows everything about Transformers. And basically had essentially a museum in his house. Decided to open a shop. He has a framing store. He opened it up, made it a toy and comic book store as well. And when I first met him, we hit it off. He's a really cool guy, and he wanted to do something great. He loves doing stuff for charity. He loves kids. He does he's a really funny guy. Whenever kids go in there, he's giving them free stuff. He's great. So we decided, hey, we'll do a special. We'll do a toy drive. We'll raise we'll tell people if they come in and leave toys, he'd give away like gift cards for the store and discounts. It was a big sale, and we also I sold shirts for my favorite charity, muscular dystrophy. To my best friends growing up had it younger. So we did both things. We raised a ton of money. Literally filled a whole police truck full of toys, and it was great. We had a great time. We dressed up as Santa and an elf. He's another big guy, so he's clearly Santa, and me and the other employees were all elves, and it was great. We had a really fun time. My kids even got in on it. They made a comic book with a comic creator friend of mine named Ben Taz, and I haven't made a big deal about it on the channel, it's my kids, but we were selling that for charity as well. So they got to man the table and sell shirts in their comic book. So it was special. The whole family got involved, and it was quite nice. So
that is really sweet.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be year 16 that I do this.
Good for you.
And but last year was really great. So last year we did well. Last year we had a bunch of toys. I don't think we've ever filled up a fire truck, but we had a bunch of toys. We filled the back of a pickup truck. But we also raised over $700. And the year before, we raised over $1,000, but we had multiple items that were signed and donated to us by Paul Rudd.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
Of course, we hit an all-time high with his Ant-Man helmet and his Ant-Man movie posters that are all signed by him. And the thing is, one of the guys at the shop worked on his property, and that's how we arranged it. And of course, now he's not working there, so it's a whole different story. I need to drink a little more.
How did you get that to work out with Paul Rudd? Like, how did that happen?
So the guy is working at Paul Rudd's house, right? So he's like, hey, you know, I mentioned to his wife, the toy driver. She's like, oh, that's awesome. So at the comic book store, Anthony, who owns Alternaverse, he puts together a bunch of Ant-Man items and he gives them to you know, this guy, this regular, and the regular leaves with the stuff. And we never see that stuff again. And then he shows up a week before the toy drive with an Ant-Man movie helmet signed, an Ant-Man movie poster signed, an Ant-Man movie poster signed, an Ant-Man and the Wasp movie poster signed, another Ant-Man and the Wasp movie poster signed. And so, yeah, that was super nice. And I don't care what happened to the other stuff because we got better things.
Right.
And of course he's like, okay, so I'm 20 minutes from my comic book store, and then another 17 minutes up the road is the candy shop that Paul Rudd and Jeffrey Dean Morgan own.
Oh, they own a candy shop together?
Yeah. So that's cool. And then if you go 20 minutes in the other direction to where my comic shop used to be, our comic shop used to be, our LCS used to be, that is where Liam Neeson's house is.
Wow.
And of course, that's when we knew him. We used to sell HeroClix from the shop to his kids. So we regularly saw him looking like a homeless painter, and the kids, and his wife. So when she passed away, it was a deep reality shock because it's someone who we actually saw her face
right
periodically and spoke to her, and now suddenly
freak way too. Such a
it was awful.
Yeah.
And that accident actually saved another woman's life.
No.
Because she had a similar accident and she was acting a little bit weird. And she said, oh my God, no. So the ambulance like, do you want us to take you? She goes, yes, take me. And I want that test. I don't want happening to me what happened to her, right? And I keep wanting to say Vanessa Redgrave, but that's her mother. And so this woman, they ran the test, and sure enough, they caught it. But it was the same type of concussive thing. And like the woman was just so scared because she had just heard of that incident, and she goes, no, I am feeling weird. I do want you to take me to the hospital. And sure enough, they're like, oh, you know, King's Portal.
Awful.
It's a small world of Cliff. Well, I mean, this, my ex-boyfriend, my whole thing with Jared Leto checking him out in front of me and infuriating me. I mean, that's a whole story. And Scarlett Johansson left her laptop behind at the restaurant at that point. So, you know, this is not supposed to be about me.
I could do this all night. This is great. I'm fully entertained.
Drink.
Man.
So anyone who knows me knows I have a problem with Jared Leto because he came into Mateo's restaurant Quinto Cuarto with Scarlett Johansson, and he unscrewed the light bulbs in the middle of the day in a small dark restaurant on Houston Street in the West Village. Like, I was like, okay, dude, whatever. But she forgot her laptop there, and it's so funny because I was like, oh, I used to have such a crush on him. And then as soon as I saw him checking out Mateo's package, I was furious. And that was it. I was like, you're dead to me now. You're dead to me. You freaking cultist. And like, that was it. It was the day I turned on him. And then she came back for her laptop, and she had made a comment about how she hadn't eaten. And Mateo basically gave her a bunch of free appetizers, right? And sent her on her way. And when she got into her car had a magnetic bumper sticker on it that said, I'm not Scarlett Johansson, but thanks for the compliment. And I'm like, this bitch. She earned so many points with me that day.
Sneaky.
All right. So, comic books.
Oh, yeah, it's a comic channel. I forgot about that. We're fine. This is fine. This is great.
Look, she played Black Widow. He played the Joker. They were in the restaurant.
All right. Yeah, you're right.
You know,
played Morbius too. Don't forget.
I'd never look at him the same way ever again. And Brother John's Comics is here. I love Brother John. Mwah. I'm just blowing kisses to people because they show up and they're good to us.
As you should.
And as you should, really.
As you want to do. That's fine.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things I want to do, but I was just so happy that I got to pick you up and twirl you. That was magnificent.
I forgot about that picture until I saw the thumbnail. I was dying. I completely forgot about that clip. Not that that was a very special moment in my life, but I just forgot at how comically high you lifted me. And my mind was more of like a bear hug, but I saw the picture. I was like, oh, you went the full Dirty Dancing on me. I mean, I was almost.
No, it's so rare for me to get it. It's so rare, but I was so full of adrenaline. I was like,
yeah, I was up there, man. Oh yeah.
With such poise, like the air.
I stretched out. Yeah, I was like a cat stretching in a sunbeam. Yeah. It was great.
It was perfect. You looked aerodynamic. Your butt was perfect. Your arm was perfect. Your bicep was perfect. Everything was perfect. Everything was perfect. I couldn't have.
You did a good job. You did a good job lifting me up. You inspired me.
It inspired me. It was very exciting. I was so happy, especially because the first time I met you was disastrous for me because I was like, "Oh no, he's better looking in person. I don't know how to act."
No.
I'm like, I don't know how to control this. And you're like, and then you threw me off completely because you're like, oh, another cliff. And I was like, these are words that have never been said to me. What do you mean another cliff? And then I was completely thrown off. Then I was like, excuse me, who the fuck is the other cliff? I'm like, show him to me. Bring him.
You go to CliffCon, there were 3 cliffs there when I saw you that day.
Oh my. By the way, cliff number 2, who's now cliff number 3, is so his butt. That's right, 23. Mwah. But like, keep it professional, Cliff. Anyhow, so when I met the new Cliff, I love him, and the new original Cliff. But obviously, I broke us up by age. So when I met the former Cliff 2, and I said I'm the new Cliff 2, he goes, no, that's not fair. You're new. I said, yeah, but I was born before you. He's like, no way. I'm like, I'm 47. He's like. And I was like, you're Cliff 3.
There you go.
Oh!
You do not look 47. Congratulations. Well done.
Like I said, it's not having children and all the loads I've swallowed that keep me young. So...
I'm too sick for you to make me laugh like that. I'm gonna be hacking up a lung. You missed the spit take by about 1 second. You realize that, right? I put this down, then you nailed me with that one. Well done.
So anyhow, so that's why I got into it with him. But this is really funny. So my friend Dave is looking for
I have a question. What's in my drink?
There you go.
That's a blood orange, which is also the blood orange juice, which I had a hand squeeze, Cliff. You can't just buy blood orange juice, my friend.
Yes, you can. I can't believe that you live in such a fancy area and you couldn't buy blood orange juice, but I can.
I was lazy. Put it this way: I got to the blood orange bag of blood oranges before I got to the blood orange juice. So I said, "This is what I'm gonna do." So they're probably.
More power to you. You did great. And first of all, you've got the upper body strength of it. You're like a medium-sized Greek god. It's fine.
Squeeze juice.
Yeah,
is it like this?
Yeah. Have you seen you? I mean, come on.
You just twist.
Look at those powerful little hands.
No. I'm letting myself go, man. It's been a tough winter. So
this is you letting yourself go?
Yeah, I'm trying.
Oh, you're trying to get it back.
Maybe we'll try to get it back.
We're trying to let go. I can't figure it out. How dare you sit there, look semi-smoldering while you're sick and be like, I'm letting myself go. Even
I'm so sick. I still have
biceps,
Yeah. I lost my sense of taste and smell today, so I had to take a COVID test. That's how worried I was. I don't. But whatever this virus is, might as well be. I've been down now for the entire kids' school vacation. But I was going to make this show, damn it, and I did. And I did. And I'm going to be asleep in an hour after this. But thanks.
Mike has nice hair. Look at this. So good.
This is getting worse. I'm 45, by the way. And this is going further back all the time.
Okay, you know what? Listen. Stop worrying about it, and it won't trigger it so much. Okay.
I honestly do not care. Like, I don't care.
No, I care. So, but like, I care. Listen. God forbid something happens to your wife. I'm going to be there for you. I'm going to be. Right.
The only reason that I have to care is because, like, if I try to walk out of the house where I like look like I comb my hair with a pillow, my wife's like, you can't go out. I won't let my husband go out like that. Or like the clothes I wear. Sometimes she's like, it makes me mad that you're wearing a 20-year-old shirt. Like, what are you doing? I don't care, you know. So she gets me things every once in a while just to clean up the wardrobe, make sure I don't look like a homeless person when I'm going to comic book shows. So I have my wife to thank you.
No, she's good at that. Although I gotta tell you, there are times where I'm like, am I wearing a 20-year-old shirt? And I'm like, oh my God, I'm wearing a 20-year-old shirt.
Yeah,
and it looks good. So
it does. There's nothing wrong with that. I am proud of those shirts that I have.
But when everybody else knows, that's like when my mom knows, she's like, wait a second, you can't leave here like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's when the style's dated. Sometimes you get something where the collar's just weird enough. You're like, yeah, this is 1998. That's when I bought this shirt when I got my first real job, you know. So there you go. Well, yeah, I'm with you there. Different parts of me are different ages.
Joel is 48. Joel and I are both in our 40s, but we both still like to get our backs blown out. I love you, Joel. And Mike, you're still in the top 2, so good job.
Thank you.
Maybe the top 3 because you're sick right now.
Thank you. You can. Well, we'll see. We'll see when you see me next time.
Right. We'll see if I do a pirouette while I have you in my arms.
Yeah, I might just be limp and dead. You know, like who knows? It's been. I've been getting worn out, man. I've been taking. People don't know this, but like I actually have been kind of taking a break from YouTubing. I do a good job at staggering the videos and spacing them out. But in general, yeah, I've been pretty burnt out. I'm pretty busy with my real job and life and family stuff this year.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
And all I get in are these lives and the lives that I jump on for other people. But the rest of the time, I'm like, oh, I really want to get to that video, and it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen.
And when you feel like you're tired, like it takes the joy away, right? If you're like, I have to make a video, like it takes.
But it's not even that. It's not even that because I have joy doing it. I just don't have the time, and I'm exhausted. Yeah. You know. And I'm like, I really want to do it, but like my flesh is willing. No. My mind is willing, but my flesh can't. Like, it's terrible. But sir, one thing you will never be when I see you is flaccid. That's for sure. Wow. So like, I don't bring that energy to. Actually, you used a different word. You said limp. You'll never be limp. You'll never be limp around me.
I should choose my words more carefully around you.
Because not only am I a great hugger, but I bring Cialis just in case.
You are a fantastic hugger, by the way. You are an excellent. Anyone who had the pleasure of hugging him, it really is a magical moment. And you know, some people are excellent. Some people are just terrible huggers, and they're awkward or they're bony. You know, you have a nice embrace.
Yeah, because I hug with love. You know, with love. I hug with the force of knowing that this could be it. You know,
you should. That's how everyone should love one another every day of their lives. We don't do it. But you should remember that every day. Hug like it's your last day on earth.
Yeah. Well, I've lost creepy. Unless it's creepy people. Unless it's creepy. You know what? Even if it is creepy, if it's consensual creepy, it can be fun.
Right. Yeah. It depends on who it's with. Just be careful on how you. No, not really last day on earth. Like last week on earth. Last day on earth, you're doing different things. I'm just saying. Yeah. You really don't care. You have to have some inhibitions.
Rich, if you're a Heroes Con, you're getting the cliff hug. I'm actually thinking of like hanging out at the Comics Train Cancer booth on Saturday just to give cliff hugs, you know, and just be like, did you donate cliff hug?
I bet you cliff hugs can cure cancer. I said it. Maybe a little bit.
I wish. Let's see. There's an aunt I never met, and she died of cancer. Ovarian. No. Pancreatic cancer, I think.
Yep.
And then her oldest daughter died to brain cancer. And one of my mom's friends, his daughter is battling it right now, his oldest daughter of 3. And like when my mom was younger, she had a coworker, and his wife was like really suffering because their son was dying of cancer. And then after their son died, 2 years later, she died of cancer, right? And she told me this story when Dana Reeve died, about 2 years after Christopher Reeve died, And that immediately made her think of that story and tell me that. And that the dude who lived, the husband of that woman, father of that boy, who worked with my mom, he told my mom after his wife passed away, he goes, 1 in 3 people will die of cancer, whatever. My mom was like, oh my God, so creepy, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, King's Portal, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So anyhow, like all of these things were rough. And when my cousin found out about her cancer, it was Christmas. It was Christmas. And she and her stepmother, right? Because she was old enough to know her real mother at the time. So they're together and they're just preparing stuff for Christmas, and it's like Christmas Eve or whatever. And they got something in the oven, and she passes out in the kitchen. She just falls on the floor. She's convulsing, and her stepmom calls ambulance, whatever. They get to the hospital. Her husband comes, and the doctors are like, "Okay, look, we're expecting 6 months to 2 years. This is what's going on." And she's just like, "Well, shit." So the three of them are crying, right? And she makes the 2 of them come over to her. She grabs their hands. She goes, okay. She's like, I'm going home. We're going home today, right? Because they told her, like, you can go home. We'll do stuff. We'll make plans. But basically, you can go home, right? She's like, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go home. We're going to celebrate Christmas. We're going to celebrate New Year's. And we're not going to say shit to the kids until after the New Year, right? And they were like, oh, okay. So they did all the crying in the hospital, right? Yeah. And then they went home, and then they just kept it up. And then after New Year's, she told them. But I always think of like, I just think of like, I don't know, the strength it took for her, like, and I just like, anyhow, I think about it all the time. And her daughter does a walk every single year. She does a cancer walk every year in Canada. So to Tori, cheers.
Cheers. And
fuck cancer. We're 37 minutes in. I can say fuck now.
Kids are in bed. It's fine.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Woo! All right. So now that I've shared some very personal things and I've allowed you to speak a little bit as well, we'll get into
man. It's your show. You can talk all you want.
No, but like I like to be the host, and then like it's weird. Like I make jokes about wanting to be Oprah, but I don't want to be so much Oprah that I'm talking more than the guest.
Yeah.
Like I climbed Mount Everest when I was 16 years old. It's funny when I climbed Everest 2 years ago with my buddy Trina, and like I think like that's the way I picture her, and I'm like, no, I can't be the full Oprah. I just want to be Oprah enough to be like, I've released my own comic, I've done a panel, and before everyone leaves the room, I'm like, you get a slab, you get a slab, you get a slab, you all get a slab. Like, that's it. That's as Oprah as I want to get where I can do that.
I check under my chair. Is there a comic book? That would be a pretty fun trick. Should do that.
No. What I decided is when you check under your chair, there's a golden ticket, and the golden ticket gets you the slab as you walk out the door.
There you go. I like it. And a hug.
Yeah, I have thought this out to a T. To a T. But don't worry, Mike. Something extra special will be under your chair.
All right. Are you the chair, Cliff? Are you the chair?
If I'm lucky.
There you go.
No, that's not my work.
Before I finish this, we should tell people what you came up with.
All right. So this is called the Scarlet Speedster. And why is my thing not loading? Come on, YouTube. I believe in you. I believe in you and me. I believe that we will be. Okay, 2 ounces of gin, preferably Tanqueray or Bombay Sapphire because it has a citrus touch. 1 ounce of blood orange juice. 0.5 ounces of lemon juice, 0.5 ounces of simple syrup, a dash of cranberry bitters, which you can order on Amazon.
Which I did.
Club soda for a splash of fizz, garnished with a lemon twist or a slice of blood orange, which you did both.
I did both. I didn't have just regular, tonic, whatever. So I had some seltzer, but is orange. So I thought it'd be a nice touch, just with a fizz.
So, how I was going to cheat this evening was I was going to use Pellegrino blood orange seltzer juice.
Nice. That would have been perfect.
It's going to be my cheat. And when I had actual Dracula on Adrian, that's how I cheated with the Blood Moon drink that I did with him, which, by the way, if you look that recipe up, you'll also enjoy that very much. And if you check out the episode with John's Comics for Kids, you will like that recipe very much.
Sure. Well, I like gin, and again, the hand-squeezed blood orange juice. I did have to order the cranberry bitters on Amazon. By the way, I love bitters because I'm a big fan of old fashions. Bitters aren't that bitter, I find like they're actually really good, but cranberries are already bitter. I decided the first time I did a sample, I had to test it. I did like 3 or 4 dashes.
Too much.
That was like, it was like, medicine. I was like, all right, lesson learned. Cranberry bitters are pretty darn bitter. So, but this one's perfect. It came out perfect. It's a killer drink, and I suggest anyone in the chat to make a Scarlet Speedster if you drink alcohol. And if you do so, drink responsibly, obviously.
He already loves Tanqueray. There we go. Look at this. Give me a beer. You know what? We could just do beer night, but no, it's cocktails, baby. Let's spice it up.
We're gentlemen. We are gentlemen. Pretty good.
PBR and Heineken, those are classics. Astora bitters.
Oh, Astora bitters, yeah.
Mm.
Oh, I want another one. Should have made a double. I'd be asleep. Yeah.
And what's it called again? Angostura bitters?
I think it's Angostura bitters is what he means. Astora is a different one.
Okay, nice. All right. Okay, they look familiar. I'm not a bitters person. I'm not into bitters. I'm not into hops. I don't like a hoppy beer. There's something about hoppy beers. It makes me feel like I'm drinking liquid pretzel, and then I'm pretzel burping, and it's weird.
Weird.
Like if I'm gonna be pretzel burping, I want to be pretzel burping because I had a really nice ale with some, nice pretzels that I dipped in a beer cheese or something. You know what I mean? Like that's my moment.
How are you on vermouth, dry or sweet?
I love sweet vermouth. Again, I love the classic martini with vermouth. I'm going to have to say goodbye. Ooh, play board games. Have fun. Play board games. Get laid. Go live your best life. Unlike me, where at best I just play board games. And then I'm told, Cliff, I'm not gay. And then they send me home. 99 times out of 100. But when that 100 hits...
Don't you have fun just playing the board game, though, up until that point?
Okay. Sure, Mike. Oh, my God. I got kicked out of a D&D group.
That's hard to do. How'd that happen?
Because the DM found me too much, giving him too much attention, Because he's like, but anyhow, I wasn't thinking anything of it. I'm not I don't think I'm threatening, but also I'm not thinking about me being 6'3", Anyhow, it was really sad and really awkward, and I was like, okay, I mean, I am the asshole, so I'm out.
Wow, D&D groups will take anybody, so.
Right, and the thing is, no one had a problem with my playing of D&D. Right, my role playing was fine.
Oh, so it was outside the game, just that's okay. That's
it was like, hey Mike, I see you're wearing. Wait, what was it? What do straight people wear? I'm like, I see you're wearing red J. Crew tonight. Stop looking at my junk, Cliff. And I'm like, ask a fish not to swim. know.
That sounds like that's an insecure DM too. Come on.
No, he wasn't. That's terrible. And I thought we were on the same page because one time he says, my girlfriend's in the next room. I'm like, she's no threat. No, my words were, I no threat to her, right? I do not know what he heard, but it did not go well. Huh. So, lesson learned. It's been 15 years. It scarred me for life. Cheers.
Down to my seltzer now.
There you go. Oh, we're at seltzer? Oh, my.
Well, no, I just wish I made a bigger drink.
My gaydar is extremely off. Way off. I'm always lured right to straight boys. It's just terrible. And actually, no, that even has nothing to do with gaydar. It's just that's me. I'm a dick. I don't know. I was like, oh, they're so cute. Maybe they'll be bi. And that I blame Beer Can Eddie. Beer Can Eddie was like the straightest dude ever. And then he just used me and of course I loved it. I mean, that's what I was there for. But woo! Have I had a Caesar? Yes, I have. It's a very interesting It's a very interesting play on a Bloody Mary. That's for damn sure. Y'all get crazy in Canada with the Caesar. They got fried chicken on top of that shit and everything. It's just wild.
Wait, hold on. What's this? I gotta look this up. It's a Bloody Mary with fried chicken in it?
But it's like a Bloody Mary, but it's outrageous. Outrageous. It's a Canadian drink.
I mean, they put cheese on and gravy on fries. So vodka, Clamato, hot sauce, Worcestershire sauce, celery, room glass. That doesn't look crazy. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in it. I don't see chicken.
No, because obviously it had to get fancier. So now if you order one, it's like 27 Canadian, and there's like a piece of fried chicken on top of it, and it's just insane. It's insane.
So they've really notched up a bit. Yeah, I see there was clams in it. Yeah.
Right, Kingsport. I don't want food in my alcohol. Actually, you know what? I don't want food in my alcoholic beverage, but also dipping that chicken tender in that Clamato concoction was really delicious. Woo!
Garnish. Can we do a garnish like a blood orange?
Well, no, it started with a garnish and then it got crazy.
It does look like blood. It does look like bloody.
It does. You know, my mother thought they were rotten oranges until I made her eat one. Look at the way you just handled that with your mouth.
I was trying to do it not weird. Just for you. And it was still kind of weird, wasn't it?
I'm pretty sure you could do anything with your mouth, and I'm here for it.
Okay.
I mean, you have to be doing something atrocious, like eating the entrails out of a skunk to turn me off.
Oh my gosh.
We'd have to go
eat tomatoes like Denethor does in Return of the King.
I would be so wet. So wet.
Good times, Cliff. This is good times. Nothing bothers me, by the way. And this is why, like, you're the DM there. I mean, like, what are you worried? Like, what are you worried about? You're a big teddy bear, buddy. Come on.
I know. I was really upset. And you know what's funny? His fiance voted to keep me. Everyone else was like, nah.
Oh, she's fine.
That's fine. She was. I know, but everyone else voted me out except for my best friend. My best friend, or one of my best friends, my best friend who invited me to this group, and the fiance voted to keep me. Everyone else voted me out. They're like, nah, if the DM's uncomfortable and Cliff doesn't listen, and it's true, I didn't listen because I'm a dumbass, right? But anyhow.
Yeah, that's different.
Let's stop, Cliff. This is being recorded. Look, I did not do anything assault-worthy. Let us be clear, all right? But it was uncomfortable and awkward. Oh, my God, Kingsport, you just called me out. I can't drink anymore because when I do, I break out in handcuffs. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's a problem. That's a problem.
Hey, we got a comic book we want to show off?
I'll go first.
Please do.
Oh my God.
Kingsport, I'm trying, man. I kind of want to see how off the rails this goes, honestly. It's been a week. I'm along for the ride. Hey, Eddie. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Eddie from the Batcave. Love you, Eddie. All right. So, all right, let's go simple. I'm going to go simple. I'm going to give my comic of the week. To Absolute Wonder Woman #7. Because although this book has changed artist, I love the artist. And like the last two issues, 6 and 7 with the new artist have just been great, and I love the mythology that they still get into in the world of Wonder Woman, even though it's like not the traditional Earth One, stuff. So like, and I like the creepy undertones, right? Because this is a world created by, the life force of Darkseid, right? So there's undertones of like, oh, like this is your path, but your path is broken, uncharted, blah, 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 like, so I like that. So I'm giving the book of the week over here to Absolute Wonder Woman. And honestly, the two best comics I read, or two of the best comics I read at least, have been regular Wonder Woman and Absolute Wonder Woman. So, cheers.
Cheers.
Your turn, sir.
Right. My comic of the week is Wolverine number 8, Legacy number 400. So I'm not a huge modern comic reader, but I have been trying to give the new X-Men titles basically a year. I've given them a year to germinate. I tried them all, and they sort of fell off one by one. I kind of got bored with them. I've only held on to two. One is Uncanny X-Men, and the other one is this. Now, I'm not a huge Wolverine fan, honestly. He's probably like my 5th favorite X-Men character. But he's one of the best to star in his own series. But I read the first couple issues, and it really engaged me. And then it got weird, and he's going up against this primordial entity that doesn't like adamantium. Blah, blah, blah. Kind of silly. The only cool thing is there's also different characters that have adamantium in them, like Omega Red, classic villains, you know, the Constrictor, Lady Deathstrike, that sort of get possessed. X-23 comes in and ends up being actually, although I think it's kind of a silly premise, it ends up being a really fun comic book. And it's very, very, I don't know, it's very base comic book. It's pulpy, it's fun. You don't have to overthink it at all. I don't have to be like reading a novel here. I'm just enjoying it for what it is. So Legacy issue number 400 Wolverine is my issue of the week.
I love that. And by the way, Guadalajara slots. Guadalajara. How dare I give Wonder Woman Absolute Wonder Woman? Because I didn't have much else to read. It was between this and New Champions, which shout out to Gold Tiger. I like her. Absolute Superman's good. Absolute Superman's from last week, so I felt like I was cheating if I bring that in, but I do enjoy Absolute Superman. The only one I'm not enjoying, and it's not a big surprise, is Absolute Batman. Because that's who I am. I'm that guy. Where I'm like, oh, look, they're doing Batman stuff again, but Batman, but different, but it's Batman.
It's kind of all comic books, isn't it, though? It's very rarely that it's actually different, even when they do Absolute or, you know, whatever. It's the same
right?
thing.
Well, I'm just saying, like, there's ways of doing things. Like, the fact that, like, the reveal of, like, Superman's first, like, nemesis on Earth is freaking Ra's al Ghul, right? Like, they keep talking about the Lazarus Corporation, and then it's sure enough, it's Ra's al Ghul. So it's like, ooh, spin. Or that in the regular universe, Wonder Woman's greatest enemy is essentially Cersei, and in Absolute, Wonder Woman's like, yeah, bitch, the Amazons are dead, raise her. You know, in hell, have a good time. You know?
Yeah.
It was well done. Look at Eddie, Batman's okay. Good for you, Eddie. You hang on to your man. You hang on.
Eddie's local to me, by the way. We have mutual connections that people we know. So, funny story, real quick. I knew who Eddie was. I had seen him before. I never actually met him, but I saw him online. I knew he was a local guy. We had to meet up. One of my son's friends was down here for his birthday. We did a D&D session right on this table that this is sitting on. And their dad came over to pick them up. Looked at the comic wall and goes, hey, do you know Eddie from the Batcave? I'm like, yeah. And they are related. Small world kind of thing. It was actually very cool. So me and Eddie got to chat and meet up after that. So Eddie, we still need to do some sort of collaboration. We should go hunting together and make a video. I think that'd be absolutely awesome.
That would be great. I want to be there too, just because you're both pocket size, and I love it.
We are tiny men.
I mean, compared to
we're
me.
mighty. We're mighty, though.
No, you're mighty. No, again, you're both my favorite things to eat.
I'm not scrawny though, right? I'm short, but I'm not.
No, like you're like I said, you're everything I want to eat, you know, and you're gonna like, you know, you have everything I need to like be into it.
Here's the problem. I do not care that I'm short. Like it's never bothered me, but I'm very self-conscious around my comic friends because all of you guys are just like 6'4", like every single person I'm friends with. Like so when I'm walking around like Terrificon, I'm like, why am I always doing this with all my friends all the time? I have a picture
with the Canadians. It was great.
It was. I had a picture right in this basement. Ryan, the Colossus Collector, Brandon from Mon Comics, and JP, Absolute Gaming Nerds. And JP was like, you know, he's like 6 foot. So he's like the only one like normal, but like the other guys were like, oh, touching the ceiling down here. And I look like an infant next to them. And again, it's not that I'm that small. It's just that you guys are just manly men all around, comic collectors. There's something that's in the water.
It is funny being a very strong outspoken Amazon of a man. And
Wonder Woman's on your mind. It's fine.
Oh no, it's worse because so the head of our clinic, who's not my boss, but she's the boss of the clinic. She is she's like stout. So like the other day, our friend's mom, our coworker's mom, who again, she does not have the same boss. She goes, "Hey, is she your boss?" Like, no, she's the head of the clinic. And she's like, she looks like she could kick somebody's ass. So she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm certain of it." She's like, "Is Cliff her husband?" She goes, "No, Cliff is the employment guy." She's like, "Oh, he looks like he could kick somebody's ass too." She goes, "He will love that." And so then we're back at the office like a couple days later, and so we have one very short girl, and she's like, I think she's 4'11", right? She's just under 5 foot. She's one of the clinicians. And she's just like, it's so difficult, like walking through the hallways. You're all so tall. And I said, listen, I understand how intimidating it must be to be walking among such strong, powerful women like myself and Leanne. But it's okay. Nice. Everyone in the room fucking lost it.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, Cliff, you can't do that. You can't do that. Oh my God.
We're still in the air? Still in the air.
I'm still breathing. I'm still breathing. I'm still breathing.
All right, we're fine.
Still breathing. Amazon of a man. There we go, Eddie. So anyhow, what was your comic of the week?
Wolverine.
That's right. Wolverine 400. That's right. The adamantine. Yes, I'm still here. My brain is working. Why do I? Okay, it's the mouse. It's the mouse. Okay. No, my mouse was like hovering over my face and it made the screen dark. And I'm like, why is my screen dark? What's happening to my light? Woo! Oh my gosh. Woo! And we haven't even gotten to a segment where you take your shirt off. David!
Is there a segment?
Huh?
Is there a segment?
I mean,
I am very pallid.
I don't care. It's not like it just has to be something gentle like this. Not a big deal at all.
I don't remember giving you the copyright permission to use my likeness in those videos.
I know. Well, it's not really you. It's just your cousin. It's okay. Oh my God.
No, my cousins don't look like that.
Did Cliff prepare you? But absolutely not. In fact, he's sick and he could vomit at any moment. And I've had too much to drink. It's great.
But Dave, I've met Cliff many times and I'm prepared. There's nothing he could possibly do that would shock me. Love it all, buddy. You entertain me and you're a good person. That's the most important part. I think. You might not be a good person, actually.
Could you imagine if I wasn't a good person? Like that DM just like he's like,
I would be one of those like I'd be like a pearl clutch moment. No, there's no way. I'd find that hard to
you know what? I'd be so dramatic too. I'd like call you crying from my bed, like my reality is destroyed. I'm not really a horrible person, Mike, I swear. And then you're on the other line and be like, Cliff, what you did has made it impossible for me to associate with you. And I'm sorry. And then like that's our last conversation, and like I cry into the pillow,
Wait, there's no way you just came up with that. Have you thought about this in the past? Is this a scenario?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Where the world is like, you're a terrible human being. You are not worthy of love. These are your final days as despair looms and grasp and milks life from you.
Wow, that's rough. I mean, I sort of forgive everybody. Like I believe in like total forgiveness all the time. So that's the silly part of me, I guess. It's the very Catholic part of me, but it's true. Like it's good in everybody. You just gotta see it, look for it. No. Okay.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe.
Wait. Except that you're dressed up as the officer.
Yes.
And
yes.
I'm dressed up as the worker, but I come busting through and carry you away.
There you go.
That's what
we
need.
could do a montage of just reenacting movie scenes. We could do it. Oh man, that'd be funny. We could do.
We
some good
could. I don't, but you know, I mean, like, but then we would always cut off before we kiss, and then I'll just be mad. It'll just be funny.
We do Rafiki holding up the baby lion in Lion King. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I'm not doing that. That's not right. We're not doing that. No. We could do Ginger. We could be Ginger Rogers and Fred Astaire. I'll be Ginger. We could be Fred Astaire and Rita Hayworth. I'll be Rita. We can.
Yeah. I watched a thing on Fred Astaire recently, by the way. That guy is as good as a dancer as people think he is. He's a better dancer than you thought. That guy is unbelievable. As an athlete, that guy was incredible. He could dance on roller skates. First take, one take.
Apparently, you and I are the only ones who watched that, because I was like, yes, I'm very aware. He's amazing.
Oh, yeah. No, he's like ludicrously good. People need to go back. I mean, that's why even in modern times, like if you went back and watched him, you'd be like, holy crap, that guy's like the best athlete I've ever seen. And he would do it acting on the first take. That guy was nuts.
With Ginger, okay? Because she deserves. She was
too. Yeah.
Because her, I don't know her whole background, but she could move with him.
Keep up with him. No, keep. I mean, they're so fat. Right. Both of them.
Could keep up with him, and she could do her own shit. And Rita Hayworth as well. Rita Hayworth was very impressive. She could really do it. And there's a lot of women who worked with him. And who was the other Fancy Feet guy? Fuck, I can't remember. But him and the other dude. And there was a lot of women who could not keep up with them and had a really difficult time. Yep. Right? But he was an amazing dancer. That's I was gonna say, in case anyone needed to know, he an athletic dancer. Do you know he retired 2 freaking times and just kept coming back?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know? In fact, when he did Easter Parade with Judy Garland, he was coming back from like his second retirement. He's like, I thought I was done with this shit, but they keep calling me back. And his first studio was at RKO. RKO had the nerve to call him Poison, you know? Because they're like, oh no, his last 2 films were too expensive. He sucks. And I was like, y'all motherfuckers dumb. Dumb. It's like, screw you, RKO. You deserve it. Big nasty comics in the house. Hello. Gene Kelly.
I could talk about dancing. But we could talk about Vera Ellen was pretty good. I love her, how she danced, and she was pretty good with him too. But we got to show some comic books so that the natives are going to get restless here.
Are they? They seem to just be in whatever we're doing.
I'm just trying to keep us on the rails, man. I'm kind of just keeping us on track here a little bit.
Are there rails? Are there? Because where we're going, there are no rails.
There you go.
So if any of you saw this one yesterday, I apologize. But this particular Bussy Buster is because it is part of my child collection. And it's not a comic directly from my childhood. I have it in the boiler room. But it's because it was an important comic to me in my childhood that I wanted it, and I want it for $19. So $19 plus childhood memories equals my Bussy Busted. And it says Action Comics 586, right? Yes, I'm right. And this is the 3rd part of this Legends crossover featuring Superman that ran through Superman Adventures in Superman and Action Comics, culminating with Superman and New Gods. And this book is my first exposure to the New Gods. So that's why it's sentimental to me. And after this, I was like, who the fuck are they? Orion, Darkseid's son, and that bitch who kept bathing with Superman to hypnotize him, her too. But she's in the other 2 issues. But yeah, this just has a big special place in my heart. So that's why it's my Bussy Buster. And look how good it looks. So good in 9.6.
It does.
You know, it looks like fresh, and I love that. All right, sir, blow me out of the water with yours, because I'm sure it's gonna be.
Man, I feel like I just grabbed this because even with my cold, I was able to record my next week's video if I can get it out in time. I went to a comic show this past weekend. I was actually selling at the show. I was helping my buddy sell, and I was selling cheap dollar books. And my goal was selling dollar books. Whatever I made, by the end of the show, I would buy a comic book worth exactly as much as I made in dollar books. In my mind, they're books that I kind of traded for, right? I traded dollar books. That was the lunch money comics. People tell me all the time when I get a big book, that's not lunch money comics. Well, the book that I got, I feel like I traded for this book. And yeah, it's kind of a doozy-ish. This is Marvel Mystery Comics number 92. By the way, those of you that watch my channel, preview, right? We'll see you later. But this is, most people know, Marvel Comics number 1 came out in 1939, right? First appearance of Human Torch, Submariner. They renamed it Marvel Mystery Comics, starting with issue 2, and that went all the way to 1949 until it concluded with 92. This is the last Marvel comic published by Timely, the precursor to Marvel. It's a retelling of the original Human Torch origin story. He's an android. And the last story in here is actually a Captain America story. However, although when this was published, it was Steve Rogers, it was retconned later that, hey, Steve Rogers has been in the ice since the end of World War II. They retconned and said it was different people with the Captain America uniform throughout the 40s and 50s. So technically it's Jeffrey Mace, I think, retro. It doesn't matter. This is a Golden Age Marvel, real Marvel comic book featuring 2 of the big 3 Marvel characters of the Golden Age. And I basically got it from selling dollar books at a comic show, leveraged it into this bad boy here. It's pretty nice grade. It's got one tough staple there. You see there's a little bit of rust on it, but yeah, there you go. This is my Lunch Money Comics buy of the week. Stay tuned for those of you that watch my channel. On Monday, I'll have a video showing the show, talking about how I got this book, as well as some other really cool things. But I'm pretty happy with it. I think it's awesome. I'm
very happy with it. That one is deserving of one of these.
It is. It absolutely is. And that's what I looked like when I got this book the night after. I was just rolling around in my bed with random feathers for no reason. Why would that even happen? We'll never know. So,
Goose down feathers. For those of us buying pillows not with our lunch money, goose down feather pillows.
Here's the problem with goose down. If I could take a quick side here. If you get a really nice one though, like when I was a kid, I had one in the little stems of the like the tough part would stick through. And
yeah. But I'm used to stuff sticking through and poking me. Come find out.
I keep setting you up every time. I like it's an alley-oop, man. I throw it up, you put it down. Every time.
Yes, that's exactly what I want, Mike.
Like Abbott and Costello. We should work on this. We can come up with something.
I can come up with something. I already have a few ideas.
I will come up with something.
my only fans is gonna be lit the day that you're like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah, right.
It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be so lit. I already know what Airbnb I'm renting. I already know what cameras we're renting. I already have one of my BFFs there to do the lighting. He's straight and he'll still do it just for me. I mean, we are ready. It will look so good.
Why am I just on leather again, Cliff? You're like, don't worry about it. Just smile for the camera.
No. We are definitely getting you in an X-Men uniform. That is like absolutely number one.
Oh, quick story. Did I tell you this story? I feel like I've told you this story. Speaking of leather, if you don't mind me taking a quick detour.
Never from leather, please do.
So when I was like younger, like in high school and stuff, my aunt, who's like my big sister, we like adopted her when we were little. So she was like my big sister, loved 80s stuff, big Bon Jovi fan, so I love Bon Jovi. She was really into Creed. And I kind of liked Creed, but like she was really into Creed. And they were playing at the Boston Garden. And she got me a ticket. Like, cool. I had, because I was a pirate for a Halloween, I had like these leather pants I found on sale at like TJ Maxx, something like that, right?
Wow.
Marshalls. That's the only reason I had them, right? They don't fit me. Yeah, they don't fit me. Anyways, here's the thing. So my aunt goes,
oh my gosh.
It's worth it. The story's worth it. So my aunt says, hey, Mike, whenever you go to a Creed concert, everyone wears leather pants because Scott Stapp, the lead singer of Creed, wears leather pants. And I was like, well, that sounds weird. Like, these are really hot. And I got them for a Halloween concert. She's like, no, it'll be great. I don't know if she was serious or if it was a joke or not, but I'll tell you this. I went to this concert. It's the Boston Garden. 14,000 people. And there were 2 people wearing leather pants. Scott Stapp and me. And I was so uncomfortable physically and mentally the whole time. I was just sweaty for no reason. It was, the concert was ruined for me.
Oh, no.
Last time I wore leather or anything.
If only I were there to comfort you and Scott.
No, there's nothing.
By the way, he is still looking pretty good.
No, he's not. Scott Stapp? No.
Hold on, let me review. Hold on, these pictures are old. These pictures are old.
He's not looking okay.
Hold on, let's review.
Monty, the guitar player, is probably pretty good, but
hold on, let's review. Let's do 2024. Oh God! Oh no!
Look at Mark Tremonti's looking pretty good though. The lead guitar player, who by the way was by far the best part of Creed. That guy is insanely good, underrated. Let's talk about a band where like the guitar is way too good for the band. That Creed is one of them.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. He's holding up. He's absolutely.
They're our age, so we really shouldn't give him too much crap.
I'm to listen. He could still get it. He can still. And look at you, our age. How old are you? 45.
I'm 45. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, you look great for 45. You can get it all day. I'm telling you. Don't let me.
I never will.
Oh, listen, you will know for damn sure that the universe played Freaky Friday on you, because let me tell you, if I wake up in your wife's body, you are getting tore up. You'll be like, honey, I don't know, I can't breathe. I was like, nah, the kids are in school. We're both taking the day off. You're gonna. I'm gonna be like, we are tearing it up, and you're gonna be like, okay. You're gonna be like, where did you get the Cialis from? I'm like, don't worry, it came with the swap. Just tearing it up. Tearing it up. I'm going to come out with a list of positions. You'll be like, is that the Kama Sutra? I'll be like, yes.
So yes. 1949, this comic book came out. After this, it turned into Marvel Tales #1. I didn't mean to distract you. I'm just holding the comic book up because I have this is my uncomfortable reaction.
I know what it is. That's why I made you full screen.
Oh, yeah. I think my wife's watching right now. I'm sure she is.
I'm sure she is laughing her ass off.
Oh,
right
she
now.
is. She loves this stuff. Yep.
Oh my God. True, they are young. Yeah, they're still young. Listen. I deal with older people all the time. Oh my God, it's so crazy. Oh shit, I forgot to do this. What day is this? Who are we? What is happening? April. We're in April, right?
You do your taxes?
Of course.
Okay.
I'm only getting back like $200 freaking dollars. Like, what am I doing wrong in my life? I'm so angry. Like, I'm doing everything wrong. Everything. I can't find a man. I can't afford any of the cool slabs I want. I can't keep down my liquor. I can barely enjoy a superhero movie anymore.
Because they're not good, or because you're not mentally into it?
Both? I don't know. I think it's because they're just not like they're not even putting the effort in anymore, is the way I feel, you know? Or like there's effort, but there's not like real effort. Like they're relying too much on formula. And so like it's never as good as it should be. You know?
Are you excited for Superman? Do you have high hopes for it?
No, first of all, I'm excited for Superman, but I'm shitting bricks over Superman. You know? There's too many fucking characters in that movie. And I hate fuckface playing Guy Gardner, you know? Like Firefly dude, ever since he was a douchebag on Castle to his co-star, it deteriorated his image for me. And he also is an ugly Guy Gardner. I don't think Guy Gardner should be ugly. I'm sorry. So he's ugly, and I don't want him. Everyone else looks good, but it's too much. This movie is trying to be All-Star Superman. It's trying to be Action Comics 775. It's trying to be a Bizarro story, I think. And I lost track of how many Superman stories it's trying to be. It's trying to be at least the 3 Superman stories I named, and I think there's a 4th one I'm forgetting. Do you feel similarly, or is this just all me projecting?
No, there's a lot, you know, and like that's the thing. I think people have high hopes for it. Everyone wants it to be good, but I think it's because people need it to be good. I mean, if this is the thing that kicks off the DCU, like the bar cannot be higher, I think, for a movie. Like honestly, like Marvel's at the point like if they have a stinker, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. People are like, oh, Marvel's gonna die. No, it's not. They already did it. They're already fine. It doesn't matter. This is it. Like they need to nail the first movie, and I think it's unrealistic expectations now set for it. It's gonna be disappointing simply because it can't be as good as we all need it to be. And I think James Gunn is throwing a lot in there because he needs to set this. It has to do so much. It has to be a great Superman movie. Introduce us to a new Superman, make us love Superman, make us love the aesthetic, and lay the seeds for the rest of the DCU. And that's a problem that Marvel's run into. Like, just give us a standalone movie that's good. Don't worry about the extended universe. and you see what happens, and everything's relying on something else. It starts to fall apart a little bit. It doesn't feel as cohesive. Just give us a good Superman movie. That's how you start. And I worry there's way too much in there. There's too many people set up. You know, I really hope I'm wrong. I'm hoping it's.
I hope we're both wrong. But the thing is, we're both worried about the same thing. That's not a good sign.
They can do it. I just don't think they can do it. I mean, I think there's just too much in there. Maybe all the stuff we see on the dressing is barely in the trailer is set dressing. It's just barely in there. Sure, maybe Guy Gardner and Hawk Girl and Mr. Fantastic are barely in it. Sure.
No, Mr. Terrific apparently is a major supporting character.
Well, there you go. Right. I mean, a Superman movie just needs Superman and Krypto, man, and Lois Lane, and you're good. And I don't need all the rest.
And we're getting a cameo from Supergirl as well, which would have made more sense if the movie was just about Superman.
Right. Yeah. So I worry about it, but I'm still gonna go see it, and I'm probably gonna enjoy it.
Of course, I'm still gonna go see it, but I'm still all worried. Oh, someone sent the young woman playing Cat Grant. Someone sent her an autographed Superman comic from the Dan Jurgens reading run. That's all Cat Grant issue. It's the issue where Cat Grant goes to shoot Toyman for killing her son. But it's autographed by the whole team, and someone sent it to her, so she put it on her Instagram. She was all proud of it, and I'm like, did you read the issue before you? But I want to know. Maybe she did. Maybe she was like, I want to play. Maybe she's sitting there James Gunn, write this script. I want to be this bitch. Let me be this bitch.
Maybe.
Let me try to kill Toyman for shooting my son. Let me do this. I feel like it's coded hey, I'm just a background character in the first movie, but I will shoot a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Anyhow, if this movie fails, we'll never see her again. So I love her for making the post and appreciating that all these people signed it and had it sent to her and all of that jazz,
I'm just gonna wait this out. You're right. I do like the actress who plays Cat Grant, though. She looks great.
She does look great. She does. I'm very happy.
Yeah.
So wait, okay, let's catch up with the chat. Let's see. Jimmy G, comic guy. Hey, Jimmy, I haven't seen you in a while. What's up? Hopefully this movie doesn't try to do too much, but I'm already afraid. I remember that story. That was rough, but it was a great story. Girl, I haven't been to a theater in 12 years. And you know what? And you don't have to. You don't have to. Why are we going to theaters anymore? COVID proved you could have a great fucking time at home.
I'll tell you what. I see every movie, big movie, in the theater. I've seen every MCU movie in the theater except for Black Widow for obvious reasons. It wasn't in the theater.
None of us had that option.
That doesn't count. I've seen every single one, and you know why? Although earlier, I'd go see them with my wife and stuff, and I even saw a couple with my son. Usually, I see them on either a late night show or a matinee by myself. And I do it because it's a magical moment for me to be by myself for once in my life. I mean, yes, there's people in the theater, but it's a thing I do. I don't have to worry about anything else going on. The movie's going to play no matter what. I don't get up. I just locked in, and I love it. I love it. Not because it's just on the big screen and I like the theater experience. I love being at home. It's just the idea that I can leave and I'm gone. It's just I don't do anything, right? I think by myself, but this is the only thing I do. It's a special thing for me. And I try to covet it. I try to hold on to it. I don't buy stuff. I don't buy popcorn buckets. I'll smuggle in some,
those popcorn buckets. The first two that you could fuck, I appreciate them. And I'm definitely going to save one for our OnlyFans, Mike. But after that, it lost everything. It just, it was just, after the first two. If you can't turn it into a sex toy, I'm not happy. I'm not happy with them.
I sneak in my own candy, and I just have my little moment there, and it's wonderful. So,
yeah.
And I sit away from everyone else. I'd like to go to showings. You can pick your seats. I'll always pay extra to pick my seat, and I always pick spots not near anybody. And if it's too busy, then I don't.
Wait, are you saying that the lunch money collectible man pays for 2 seats to get the fuck away from people?
No. I just pick a seat where no one's. I mean, sometimes it gets screwed up and someone buys that seat, but I try to buy it one away because it's unlikely there's going to be another one single person to fill in the gap on both sides of me. But if it is a person that does that, it's the same person as me. It's a middle-aged dad, and that's the only time he can ever be alone with his thoughts. He's going to cry in his car afterwards. That guy can sit next to me. He can get a ticket. That's fine.
Yeah.
But otherwise, yeah.
Oh my God. Is that the same guy that like hides in the bathroom so that he can have alone time?
Oh, all the time. My wife's always like, are you okay? And I'm like, no, I'm not going to the bathroom. This is my only time to get away.
This is just me on my iPad. Thanks.
Yeah, that's it.
Love you, hun.
That's it. My only time alone is it's in the bathroom or in a movie theater late at night alone, like a sad man.
You know what I love? It's like, bitch, are you actually taking this long? You know, let me find out. It's like, oh my God, it stinks. It's horrible. Oh, are you dying? Like, oh my God, too many lived experiences. Too many lived
experiences. Question. JSS Brooklyn's got a question for me.
Oh, he's great. What is your second favorite book on your wall since we are drinking?
So I think he's making the assumption that X-Men #1 is my favorite book. That's probably true. Honestly, you know, like things change. Cliff, you know, it's like the book that you like one day, you know, not that you don't like it, but like another book, like you just like it more of that next week, right? So I'm still
like, look, ever since I bought this one, actually the last 3 I bought are my favorites. Thank you, JSS. I love you. But like the fact that I paid $240 for this, waited for it to show up from Hong Kong with bated freaking breath. Do you know how scary it is tracking an item from Hong Kong? When you barely know how their tracking system works, and then it's in limbo because then it goes through customs. So there's like 48 hours where you have no idea what's happening to your book, and then suddenly you get a USPS delivery code and it's on its way. So obviously I have very special, but at the second to last Cliff's Con, the one at the VFW, because I couldn't make the one at the hotel, right? I got this for $125 and I love it.
Nice.
It's the first Comet and first Super Pets and second General Zod are all in this issue.
Cool.
So love that. Love that. Okay, let me do a thank you. Let me do a thank you for JSS. Let's go find one. I love you, JSS. You're the best. Let's find you a proper thank you.
That dude is a gigantic nerd.
I love him. So Mike, you get ready because we're gonna recreate that for you when you're back to fully when you're in giant chested home tour mode, which is my favorite video of yours because that chest be popping that whole time. You're like, this is like the one doing the home tour, and you're like, and then here's the secret door to my other room.
Oh yeah.
And like you're like, I can't even pay attention to a single fucking thing you're doing. You're like, here's my this, here's my that. This is a collectible book. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Your chest is like roar, and I'm like, oh my God.
That can't be true.
The one it is. It's the one where your wife was like, "What were you doing?" And you're just like, your V shape is so jacked. Oh,
I don't ever watch very much. That makes me nervous. She didn't say anything, so.
She did say something. We had this conversation when I saw you at.
Yeah, she didn't like my shirt. She thought the shirt was a bad shirt afterwards. Yeah.
Right. I was like, I don't know what she was talking about. I was like, everything was popping. I was just like, oh my gosh.
Oh well.
I love that video. I can't tell you how many times I've watched that video. Oh my goodness.
Anyways, I didn't answer JSS Brooklyn's question. Right now it's probably my X-Men #4 because it's the most recent big book I got. But you know, right before the show started, I threw this on the shelf. So like right now, like I'm loving this thing. So
I would love it too. That's beautiful.
It's beautiful, and it's a really nice presenting copy. So it changes all the time. Yeah, honestly. And then like some days, it's funny. I work right here, like it's my home office, right? And I work most of the time remotely. I don't even look at the wall. Like you would think, like I'm working, and I'm staring at this stuff. Like I don't think about it at all. I'm engaged in my job as a civil engineer. But sometimes I'll come by and I'll be like, look over, I'm like, damn, that's a cool book, you know, like, and it's a different book every single time. Another book I just got recently at CliffCon, First Taskmaster, signed by George Perez, who's sadly no longer with us. Yeah, cool book. And like, the more I look at it, the more I like it. I'm like, man, that's such a cool green cover. So like, that's a tough call. The second favorite is different every week, I would imagine. And even some days, I bet you X-Men #1 isn't my favorite. You know, there's other books that just.
But at the exact same time, how can it not be a favorite when you know Nightcrawler is in there?
I know.
He's in there.
You know, it's a funny book that I always love, and I forget about it. First, Dead Man. I freaking love that book. It might be my favorite DC book that I own. It's up there. I oftentimes I've said like, the Swamp Thing #9 is a great cover. I'll mention other DC books I like, but I always go back to that first Dead Man. I love that. I love that book. I don't know why. The color,
right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I love that one too.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I feel like I threw you off. I was just by one.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
I was like, I'm like, it's such a good. Oh my god, I was so close to getting a 4.5 for $205.
Oh man,
so close. And this vulture just snatched it up, and he was like, "No, I'll pay 405." And I'm like, "I thank you."
Yeah. Yeah, I paid more for that, and it's less than that, so it's worse condition. But yeah, but it changes all the time. And I honestly, I got to swap this wall out. You know, people have said it down in the comments too. I used to just put crap books out there, ones I just love. I like the cover, and then I started putting the fancy stuff because, yes, Eddie, the Neil Adams Batman. And then I went to Carmine Infantino after the first issue, so it wasn't nearly as good. So I wanted to change out the books because, you know, like, they don't need to be fancy, but people like the sexy books. Like, people tell me all the time, like, they enjoy looking at the wall, and it gives you a little bit more credibility, I feel like, when you're like, hey, I have a good collection. But honestly, that's weird. It's weird. I want to put more books I personally like up there. I don't need to show off.
As you can tell, I do a cavalcade. You know,
I want the rotation. I always thought I would. That's why I replaced the shelves. That was the idea. But like, I'm too busy. Like, I don't think I'm like, oh, I gotta make another video, and I'll move like one book. You know, I'll move something around.
What? But you know what? If you move one book at a time, all right, 7 videos later, it's a whole different setup.
I did put the Fugitoid. You guys seen Fugitoid?
Nice.
Yeah,
hold on. Let's zoom in.
Whoa! Hey, wait! You zoomed into my butt when I was trying to remember what you doing.
I mean, I wanted to, but we did not see her butt. I would have been very happy.
I just put this book up relatively recently. So Fugitoid was made by Mirage Studios that made Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So Mirage Studios was published out here in Northampton, Massachusetts, a couple towns away from me, and I know several of the guys of the original, Ninja Turtles team. They all live out here still. Eastman and Lara is still out here. They go to local shows and stuff. And this is another book.
Isn't it nice that they're like friends again? Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, like, well, I don't know if they still I don't know if they like hang out or if they, have tea together. They spend some time together.
Okay. You know, it's right. It's like, because now people actually see them at shows and talk to them together.
It's hard to tell because Peter Laird doesn't really go to shows anymore. He's got some disability issues, and I don't know if he has anxiety or whatever. I know he's tried to go to some shows and then ended up canceling multiple times. So
there's a couple of times he's actually made it, and it's been nice.
And he showed up randomly at a Western Mass Comic Show, surprised, he wasn't planned. He just showed up and started signing stuff. He's a wicked cool guy. So I don't know, I never see those guys. I've never seen them together. Eastman is going to be a terrific con, but the other guys like Dooney and Lawson, they all work in this, and I see them. And this goes this one. I was going through my magazine size box, taking something out, and I'm like, man, that's a cool cover. I want to put it next to my TMNT down here. It's not worth a super lot of money, but it was just, you know what I mean? This is I got to swap that in there. I got to look at this, not for the channel, not for the viewers, for me. I want to look at this book and enjoy it. It's cool. It's different, right? So.
Oh yeah, no, it's funny because if you look, my wall is for me, because if it was for people watching, it would make sense. It doesn't make sense. It makes sense to me, Yeah. I was trying to do a whole bunch of Defenders shenanigans last year, so the bottom row is reflective of my attempt, right?
Yeah.
So that's it. So, oh my God, I'm old. Okay, there we go. And I'm young again. Okay, we're good. We're good. Woo! Caitlin Clark rookie card. Oh, that's right. He's doing WNBA cards, Guadalajara slots. All right, so what's my other favorite thing to do? My other favorite thing to do is yes, we play Rated or Hate It. This week's Rated or Hate It is once again brought to us by Cover Price. It's the cover price for your reflective from April 2021. We begin with the number 10 position. It's Gaga number 1 by Jeff Johns and Gary Frank and someone's name who I can't read. So, Mike, sir, Rated or Hate It is on a scale of 1 to 5. 1, and hate it means we don't rate it, and that's your choice because you're the guest. But a 1 is like, this is for somebody. 2, it's like, okay, it has a following. 3, it's a solid pick. 4, it's a great pick. I love it. I want it. Blah, 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 blah. 5, amazing. Everybody should try to have this. It's evergreen. It's a blue chip. Blah, 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 blah. However you want to go with that. Did I explain this properly?
Just based on aesthetic, or you mean the actual purchase of it, like to own it?
Right. No, right. For you. Your personal, where it falls in that series for you. Where like, well, I'm sure somebody would appreciate this, and I acknowledge that, so it gets a 1. Versus, man, this is just fucking amazing and phenomenal. It gets a 5.
Gotcha. I mean, it's a wicked cool cover. I like atomic covers, but I like the Golden Age ones, and it's a very cool cover. But I don't really.
It's very Golden Agey.
It is very Golden Agey. I think that's intentional. But I don't, especially with the checkerboard right at the top. Very DC, Silver Age. But no, I mean, I don't really care. I don't collect Geiger or Image at all. So as for me, this is a 1. And it's modern. It's too modern.
Yeah. So I do like it. I think it's some great work. I think Jeff Johns is doing some good work over there that I think the fandom for it will eventually expand. So I'm going to give it a 3 because I actually enjoy reading it. So I'm going to go that far.
Right. I like Jeff Johns, so I mean, that could be a selling point. I should give it a try.
Now, the next one I have different feelings on. It's Tanker's number 1 from Bad Idea. And as you can tell, fiscally, it tanked. Rated or Hate It?
Again, I like it less than the Geiger, but also I should have given the Geiger a 2, but I'll give this one a 1. I don't care about this. Yeah.
All these people are like, "Oh, Bad Idea." I was like, "Bad Idea? What?" They had their good idea was to present Bad Idea and then run away with the money. That's my interpretation of events. Look at this. 3, good idea, but bad idea sucks. Okay, see, look at it. Eddie hates it. I'm sorry. Normally I rate it to go along with the guest. I'm also giving it a 1 because I'm so close to hating it. I'm so close. Let's see if we fare better at number 8. Lord have mercy. It's the Joker number 2. The 1 in 50 variants, because this is the cover, because this issue is the first appearance of Bane's daughter, and this 1 in 50 is Bane's daughter putting on the mask. Rated or Hate It?
I think it's a good book. It's a key issue, and it's a cool cover. I'm going to give it a 3. Not a book I think I would buy. Again, modern books, Virgin variants, but it is pretty cool, and it's a key issue, so I'm going to give it a 3.
I'm going to agree with you and give it a 3. Also, the fact that you could get like a graded copy cheap just makes me feel really good. I was so jealous of that $50 sale. I still really want this. Yeah, dude. Yeah, you should be jealous of this $50 sale. Go hunt this. Go hunt it down. Go hunt it down. All right. Next. Oh, wow. This one is something else. Lando number 2. Jesus. And look how the mighty have fallen. What the hell? 4 years ago, War of the Bounty Hunters gave this book a boost, and obviously it did not last. Rated or Hate It?
It's a 2. I like Lobot. I can't explain why. Why is he in the Emperor's chair? I don't get it. I'm going to give it a 2. I do like Lobot.
Yeah. I am also going to go with a 2 just for my love of Lando.
Billy D.
and Charles Soule was writing this, so.
Quick question. The number on the right, is that how much it went down for, or was that the total price it sold for?
No, that's what it went down to.
Wow.
And,
okay.
Yeah,
so that last one, I can't believe how far that fell down.
Yeah. Wow. And the fact that this is just a $3 book now, which again, I'm not even surprised. And every time people come up with Star Wars spec, I always make such a horrible face. And they're like, why? And I'm like, because Star Wars spec always is a fucking, it's a dick tug, dick pull, dick chase. What do you call that?
You got it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a dick tug, and not the fun kind like I do. So moving on in the retrospective, hey, I think I saw this guy walking around Terrificon. Berserker #1, 3rd printing foil edition. Oh my God, rate it or hate it.
I've never been a big fan of these. I mean, I like Keanu's involvement, but I'll give it a 3. Only reason I have to give it a 3 is because 1, I have a couple of the foil covers that were like gifted to me, and they are pretty cool. And 2, I know some people who love Berserker. So, like, those people are actually people I respect. So it's not like it's someone where I'm like, oh, really? No, I'm like, oh, like it threw me off. So I was like, oh, okay. So for that alone, I'll give it a 3. It's an olive branch, my friends.
I'm going to agree with you. Also, it's like a neat cover. And like for $6, I would maybe, I've seen the foil in person. It's good looking. It's not one of those shitty all foils. It's spot foil.
Yeah.
So yeah, three sounds perfectly fair. Perfectly fair. Oh, the next one is brutal. Captain America #25, where our dear friend the Falcon becomes Captain America. Woo! Rate it or hate it.
I mean, it's an issue I wouldn't mind having. Like if I found it cheap in like a bargain bin, I'd absolutely pick it up. I think it's pretty cool for the character. As a Marvel collector, I wouldn't mind it. I'm not surprised it's gone down. I mean, you're looking at prices from the comic boom, and now the movie's done and over with. So yeah, $40 for a 9.8. I mean, if I honestly, I'd buy that book at a 9.8 for $40 if I found it. Honestly, maybe. So I'll give it a 4 just for the sake of argument.
I'm gonna go with you on a 4 because it is still a key moment.
Yeah.
Right. It still has that natural value to it.
Yeah. Right.
And I actually enjoyed this series at the time. So yes, 4 all the way. Next up, we take a hard turn and we go back to the world of Santa Prisca for the A cover of Joker #2.
That's a cool cover. I like most of these covers in this run. I find them often, and I'm always impressed by them. And even as a Marvel collector, I tend to pick them up if I like them. I think this book's pretty cool. I still don't know. I wouldn't buy a $45 slab, but I pick it up. I found it for a decent price, so I'm gonna give it a 3. It's a cool book.
I again will agree with you and go ahead with a 3. It's a good looking book. It's Tinian. I love me some Tinian. I love the tiny onion, and yeah, that's enough for me. Ooh, the next one is a spicy one. I like it. From the world of Mark Millar, it's Starlight #1. Rate it or hate it.
I do like Mark Millar. I don't know much about this at all, honestly. So I mean, it's a $1 book, and it's probably still a $1 book now. How is it a $16 graded 9.8? Like that's cheaper than it costs you to slab the book.
Dude, come on! I got this slab for $19. It just happens.
Yeah, it just happens. I mean, honestly, it's a cool cover. I don't know much about it though, to be honest. I'm gonna give it a 3, right in the middle, because it's kind of neat. It's a very Alex Ross looking kind of cover, also very retro futuristic.
Listen, it's a great 6-issue miniseries. The main character is Duke McQueen. He's like a retired super space hero. He once saved a distant planet from a dictator. He returned to Earth, and no one believes his stories. So he's like living like all quiet and alone. And then he's called back to the same planet that needs him once more.
Of course.
And yeah, so right, because you can see the older version of him is to the left and the younger version to the right.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, I didn't even pick up on that, but that makes sense.
But this is absolutely part of the Millar verse, Millar world, whatever we're calling it.
Yeah.
And it is referenced in the big game. So for Mark Millar completionists, highly recommend. I'm going with a solid 3 on this.
All right.
All right, we're down to number 2. Oh my God, I actually kind of love number 2. Strange Tales 159. Do you know whose first appearance this is?
No.
Valentina's.
Ah, there you go. Nice.
Valentina's first appearance. Rated or hated, sir?
Well, I mean, it's cool because it's a vintage Strange Tales, why I like it. I don't really care about, Contessa Valentina, whatever her name is, that much. I mean, it's going to be, yeah, I think, yeah. It's going to be a little inflated because of her, because of the Thunderbolts coming out. But it's still a cool book. I mean, a book, in a higher grade vintage, still pretty neat. I'll give it a 4 because it's, again, vintage Marvel.
For all the reasons, I give it a 4.
Oh, all right.
And it's still just a great book, Cool. And Captain America's in it too. Like, you get Captain America, Nick Fury, and Doctor Strange in the first appearance in vintage. Like, can you ask for anything more?
I like the Nick Fury karate stance there.
Right. Well, no, what's really great is he clearly did the karate move and
off the shield. Yeah.
Right, off the shield. It's like a whole thing. I love it.
It's pretty cool.
Although we know he's not going to beat Cap.
No.
All right, the last one is a freaking, as far as I'm concerned, this is like a train wreck. It's Jenny Zero #1. Do you even know what this is?
I don't.
All right. So Jenny Zero is like, oh my God, I don't even know. I mean, it's kaiju bullshit. But the point is, this is only here because it was recalled because of a printing error on what was page 12 that belonged in issue 2, right? The page 12 in issue 1 is a page 12 from issue 2. Some bullshit like that. Clearly.
It's not even like a cool recall where like they used a bad word or something like that, or
no, it's not even a cool recall.
That's boring.
No.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna rate it. I don't care.
Yeah, we're hated it. Hated it. We're hating it. And that's it. That's our segment. I'm glad we got one hate in. Oh my gosh. So much fun. Woo. I love it. I don't think Cover Price appreciates me. I do that shit all the time. I use their reflected. Like, I think it's unique. I sit there and I don't go over the bullshit. I get down and dirty, Like, what is Starlight? You should read it. It's fun. And you can go read it for pennies on the dollar now. Go get it. Go get it, kids.
Yep.
How are you feeling, Mike?
Sick. I'm making it through.
I'm not sure what that word was that you used. It sounded like thick.
Sick.
Oh, sick. Oh, okay.
Sick.
Sickly.
Oh.
Nice. But can you make it through our last segment?
Yes. There we go.
All right. Everybody, Mike knows the homework assignment. It's time for the 5-finger shuffle.
So I didn't get the homework assignment, so you start with me. I grabbed some things really, really quickly, but I think I'm going to call an audible really fast. Do you mind if I just grab something really quick?
At what point have I cared this whole evening? Go for it.
Here we go. 5 times.
And if you could come back to the screen butt first, extra points.
No. Can't do it. Too sick to do that. All right.
We're saving it for the 17th.
Yes. I was going to show a whole bunch of, I'm going to go with my original thought. What am I doing? I picked some stuff for you.
What is that? For me?
Kind of.
You're not supposed to pick them for me.
So I was going to pick some signed books, and that's just because it was on my mind, okay? So I have some stuff, and I want to make sure I had a good sampling of Marvel and DC. I didn't want to do all Marvel. Can't do that. We're gonna start with Marvel. So I get some books that either I have signed in person or I got them signed, and they're just cool books I wanted to show off and talk about. We have Daredevil, number one. This is part of the Marvel Knight series, and this is actually signed by. He did a shitty pen. Signed by Kevin Smith, actually signed this book.
And that's the Casada cover, right?
Casada cover, and it's just an awesome book. Period. I really like it, and it's signed by Kevin Smith, which is pretty awesome. So, fan of this one. Love this. Put it in nice Mylar. I'm saving this one for a second. This is a completely different one. I actually have two books here. Ms. Marvels, okay? And they're together for kind of a reason. Both of them were gifts. So the first one, I got this from Stevie D. I think a lot of people know Stevie D, super fan of Stevie D. He's also a YouTuber.
That's the last issue of Ms. Marvel.
Yeah, last issue of Ms. Marvel signed by Chris Claremont, who a lot of people forget, like, worked on most of the series, right?
Yeah.
So there's this one. But this one blew me away. I got this as a gift from Brandon at Mon Comics. Ms. Marvel number 21. You issued before that. And this is crazy. It's not signed. However, I don't remember how Brandon got this, but it's a Dave Cockrum file copy. This was actually Dave Cockrum's original copy from his personal estate.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so, Cockrum and Claremont, two of my favorite X-Men guys, worked on these obviously. I have one signed by Claremont and one owned by Cockrum.
Oh my God. So, like, if you sent the Cockrum in to be graded, would it have a pedigree, or like it would...
I don't know how you'd prove it, honestly. Like, I don't know the provenance. He got it from someone who was, involved with the estate.
All right, so it's the beauty of where it is where it is.
It's fine. Yeah, I don't know if you could have the provenance for it, but yeah, it's pretty sweet. So I'm happy to have it. Right, anything by Dave Cockrum. We'll count that as two. I had this one signed at in Concord last year.
Oh,
stupid comic book. But sorry for those of you that like it.
How many signatures are on there?
All of them. We have 4 signatures. We have David Michelini, Mark Bagley, Sam De La Rosa, and Al Milgram. So De La Rosa.
Oh my God! Wait, is it Michelini or Michelini? I don't even know.
It's correct all the time. It's like I think someone actually told me it rhymes with Pickelheiny. I think it's Michelini is how you say it.
Damn! So I've been butchering the shit out of this.
Everyone does, and actually,
he was never corrected me.
He actually corrected me at a show this year, Michelini. Yeah. And I said, "Oh, it's David Michelini." He's like, "Michelini." So, yes. So, David Michelini. Jeez, I can't even do it.
We're doing it.
The writer, Bagley, right there, the artist, and then both of the inkers, Milgram down the bottom, and De La Rosa. De La Rosa, beautiful signature, by the way. So, pretty cool book. The only thing that bums me out is this isn't a great copy. It had a kink in it, I realized, when I actually had it signed. So, I had Comics my buddy press it. He did as best as he could. It's not a perfect copy. Otherwise, I probably would have graded it. But hey, it's pretty neat.
It's very neat.
It's very neat. But the last one, I got this from my buddy Rick, who I did that Toys for Tots drive with.
Yep.
Talked about on my channel recently. I'm a Marvel fan, but I read the Jeff Johns Green Lantern run back in the 2000s. I was a fan of it. It's awesome. And this is triple signed. We have Jeff Johns, Ethan Van Sciver, and Ivan Rice. Triple signed one. The guy got it from, he had it personally signed by them. So
two out of 3 ain't bad.
Who do you not like there? Which one?
Ethan. I have ridden that man's roller coaster of insanity since 2002.
I like him in this. He's good in this. When did he get bad?
No, not his work, his mind.
So, okay, I'm with you.
Yeah, no, man. The first time I saw him, he was signing Flash stuff for me. The last time I saw him, it was this, and he invited me to the piano room in his hotel where he was going to play piano, and I was like, oh, that sounds nice. And then, like, I went, and it was just crazy, and I was like, wow.
Really?
He played piano numbers from various episodes of The Honeymooners. I can't even tell you. Yeah.
I did not know this. He sounds even cooler than I thought he was.
Oh, honey, cool is such a relevant thing.
So, first appearance of the different cores, the emotional cores there. Cameo for him, Blue, Indigo, RNG at first, Atrocitus of the Red Lantern's first Larfleeze. So, big fan of that one. So I just grabbed those quick because I've been sick and forgot the homework assignment, and that was what was behind me. Oh, the last book I got to show you.
Yes.
And the fifth one, because I grouped those two Ms. Marvels together, is this one, the one I just got. I mentioned a little while ago.
Yes.
First Taskmaster, signed by George Perez.
I love it. I love all of it.
I mean, it's George Perez. I like George Perez's work on Wonder Woman. I liked him on JLA versus Avengers. Never really thought about him before JLA versus Avengers, to be honest, like going back to the more vintage comics. But when I do, I like him. I like George Perez, and I mean, he definitely died too early. But I never got to meet him before he passed away. Don't have any of his signatures. Now I do. So first Taskmaster, and I gotta mention it, guys. Taskmaster is kind of sort of in the MCU. It's not Tony Master's version. I don't love that take on it, just because Taskmaster's cool. Like, you don't need to change Taskmaster, but in the comic books, he still slaps. So there you go.
Absolutely, and they really need to give him proper everything.
Yeah, I thought the guy who played Mason in Black Widow was gonna be the secret Taskmaster, because
that's what I thought.
I think everyone thought that, and he kind of hinted at it, and then I think I don't like it when people do twists in movies for the sake of the twist. Like, I'll show the fans what they want to say. No, don't ever do that. If it's a twist for the sake of a twist, it usually.
I don't think it was necessarily a twist for the sake of the twist. I think the theme was the Red Room, right, and that it should all tie back to that, right?
In the abuse with it, yeah, I get that makes sense. It ties back to the story. Yeah. They could have done it with any other character. They could have done that with any other character. But they chose Taskmaster. Weird. I don't know.
Listen, there's a lot of choices that they chose to make. I got some issues with it.
Yeah.
But, well, anyhow, Lady Fantastic, she has given us a lovely tribute for her tarot reading. So first, thank you. A thank you to Lady F. That's your competition, so don't worry.
Who was that? What's that guy's name again?
Glenn Powell.
Glenn Powell. He's just okay as an actor. He's
No, bitch. He can do whatever he wants to me as an actor. All right.
Was he rumored? What role, superhero role, was he rumored for? Someone was.
I don't give a shit. Let's give him a chance.
Cyclops. I think someone wanted Glenn Powell as Cyclops.
Sure. Let's do that. Let's try.
I don't hate it, honestly. It's bad.
Listen, I would have given him Guy Gardner in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat.
Oh, he would have been a good Guy Gardner.
I would have given him Guy Gardner. All right. Focus on Lady F. Lady F. We're doing, and afterwards, if you'd like a tarot, sir, I'll do one for you. But Lady F, baby. Let's see what we got for Lady F. Lady Fantastic. All right. This is the 5-card spread. First card is for current energy. Oh, the first one is the Hanged Man. Represented. Oh my God, I don't know how to do things. Represented by Plastic Man. Look at him. All right. So this means that, Caroline, you are in a place of pause, uncertainty, or transition. It suggests that you need to surrender control, take a look at things from a different perspective, and undergo a spiritual reset. There's potential insight for you to stop resisting. Card number 2, representing your obstacle. Oh, shit. Card number 2 is the Wheel of Fortune, represented by Hal Jordan. All right? This means that you are struggling with some kind of unpredictable nature of life right now, and your challenge is to accept change, trusting in timing, and letting go of your desire to control what you cannot control. Pairing with the Hangman, this reinforces a theme of surrender and trust. Your next card is about your hidden influence. And your hidden influence is represented here by the Knight of Swords. This is a strong, fast-moving energy influencing you. your drive to fix things quickly and your tendency to rush to decisions, or maybe someone's pushing you to act fast. This is the card of logic and communication and impulsiveness, which is funny because I know you and you like logic and communication. In the hidden position, it suggests that you're internally more eager for change than you know, or maybe you're being mentally overstimulated and you're not slowing down enough to reflect, or someone around you is influencing you into like hyper thinking more than you noticed. All right. So very important here on that hidden influence. So acknowledge that. Next card is for guidance. And that next card is Swamp Thing, representing the world. This is a sign about embracing closure, integration, and wholeness, right? The World card advises you for completion, to tie up your loose ends and reflect on how far you've come. Integration, to embrace all parts of your story, the good, the bad, the hard, your growth. Wholeness, to step into your full self with confidence and grace. This card is the universe telling you you're ready. You're ready. And your last card is your outcome, and it is my favorite card. It is the Star, represented by Supergirl. All right? This means you're headed toward healing, hope, deep renewal. This card is about inspiration, faith, and spiritual alignment. That means that you're going to have hope return after uncertainty, which was represented by the Hangman. A new chapter in your life is opening up. There's a time for reconnection, purpose, self, and spirit. All right. All of this is very good. So this whole spread together is a journey from confusion to surrender through the chaos of the world to healing and light. And it's a beautiful message for you, my dear, dear friend. And once again, thank you for that super chat. And I hope you appreciate this. I hope this helps you. As I look at the comments, is that you or is that me?
What?
I don't even know. Never heard. I don't even know what I'm hearing. All right, I'm just hearing things. All right, Mike, are you ready for a reading?
For me?
Yes.
Sure, why not?
Okay, do you have a question, sir, in mind?
Am I gonna get healthy anytime soon?
Is that really gonna be your question? Is that what you want me to ask the cards? Come on, give me a good one. Give me a good one.
Let's see. What does 2025 have in store for my my collecting journey?
Your collecting journey. All right, we're going to do a 3-card spread for your collecting journey.
All right.
All right, Mike's collecting journey. 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 You know, I have a friend of mine, and she's like, "How do you do it over the internet? Like, I need to like be in a room with someone and just totally focused on them." And I'm like, "Girl, the cards are the cards." I tell people to give me a question to focus on. That's how I do it. Maybe one more shuffle for Mike, because I adore him so much. I gotta find me a hot gay chubby chaser that is not 2,000 miles away. I really do. Okay, focus on Mike's question. 2025 collecting. 2025 Mike collecting. Mike's collecting 2025. All right. First card. Your first card is the Queen of Wands. What am I doing? I'm doing everything wrong. Queen of Wands, represented by Vixen. So, the Queen of Wands is about confidence, enthusiasm, and creativity. This card suggests that your comic book collecting approach is going to be filled with passion, energy, and a strong sense of self. It could also point out the presence of a mentor or like-minded group that helps fuel the excitement and drive. I'm pretty sure a like-minded group is your fuel.
That's pretty spot on.
Yep. This should allow you to feel empowered in your collecting journey in the coming year, approaching it with flair and determination, just like a queen.
All right. I do have a queen-like flair often.
There you go. Well, I wouldn't say that. Not exactly. Your next card for opportunity is the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is about new beginnings, inspiration, and creative energy. This signals a fresh start and exciting opportunity is going to present itself, connecting you with other collectors and jumping on new opportunities. You might encounter something that feels like a spark of inspiration, a special collection, or a chance to add something unique to your shelves. And maybe even some contributions to your YouTube channel. Yeah. All right. I like it. And lastly, for the best of experience, oh my God, dude, you got all wands. It's the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands speaks to competition, challenge, and conflict. It advises you to embrace your challenges, even in moments of competition and debate. View these challenges as opportunity for growth. Also, this can mean that you're going to be engaging more with your community, learning new disciplines, building resilience, and it also suggests that you should stay adaptable. The Five of Wands also means finding strength in numbers, collaboration, and accepting tension as part of your process. You know, together, wow, this is amazing that it's all freaking wands. Together, this means that you should be staying flexible, be willing to grow, and that you're going to thrive in your comic book collecting journey this year.
All right, there you go.
That sounds great.
Sounds pretty good.
It sounds great. Look at this, teaming up with me.
There you go. That's definitely in the cards, Eddie.
I love it. I love it. I want to team up too. I want to be part of that sandwich. That's terrible. I'm just lonely and I like masculinity. But anyhow. Oh my God, Mike.
I'm happy I could entertain at least a little bit and hopefully made your day a little better by hanging out. You made my day better.
It definitely made my day better. I appreciate it so much. It's a world of difference. Oh my gosh. Just remember, everybody, if you're interested in a tarot reading, hit me up in the DMs on Instagram. 5-card readings are $5 this month. Full spread readings are $35. I do videos, I do emails, I do whatever you request. And you might hear me clip, oh, Eddie, no, trust me. I can't. So it's all about positioning, and I've mastered that. So with that, Mike, comic Toby, it's against my religion. Don't worry, Toby. Guadalajara, Toby. So Mike, we already know we can find you at Lunch Money Comics. Is there anything special you have coming up, or just look for your videos?
Yeah, no, I mean, so I have a video. I usually put them out every single Monday, unless I end up taking a break, which very well might happen. But otherwise, man, I'm going to be doing a ton of shows. You know, it's two things are starting right now. We have the comic convention season, and we also have flea market seasons coming back here to New England. And I'll be going to a lot of those. So I'm going to have a ton of content over the summer. But in addition to a lot of the shows, I'm going to see you at the 3 Men in the Basement Comic Swap, Cliff. But I'm also going to be going down to Heroes Con. Plane ticket is booked. There's a lot of people going down there. This is going to be an epic time. I think David, still only 35 cents coming all the way from Australia. So like we have a lot of people coming for this amazing show.
It's going to be great. I can't wait to carry you around. It's gonna be wonderful.
It's gonna be nuts. It's just there's so many cool people there. So I'm excited. So that's a big show. So hopefully anyone who is going to Heroes Con, I will be there.
My goals are so absurd for Heroes Con. It's mostly hanging out with people and trying to win shit from CGC. Like that's it. Like I'm just gonna go over there, pull stuff out of the hat, and I'm like, I want to win.
Yeah. I mean, if I buy nothing, I'll be happy. Like if I just go and hang out with people, that would make my
I'm gonna be happy hanging out with people because clearly it's my number one thing. You have no idea how like serious this is. Like I'll get like an eBay alert being like, you got a new deal on something. Someone knocked $30 off this pedigree copy of blah blah blah. Don't you want it? I'm like, I do want it, but I need to save for Heroes Con. Yeah. You know, it's just painful. And at certain points, I'm like, do I care that much about Heroes Con, or do I really just want this book?
Yeah,
it's terrible. It's terrible, but I care about Heroes Con.
Yeah.
So I've got my Heroes Con ticket. I'm going down with friends. We're renting a car. We've got an Airbnb. We're going to do it. We're going to be the loudest motherfuckers there because it's 3 Puerto Ricans. It's got to be great. It's got to be wonderful. Eddie, I wish you were there.
It'll be good. I'm pretty excited. And I'm going to see a lot of people. There's a lot of people going I've never got to meet before. So, again, I go for the people. It's all about the people.
More than you. I got Rob. I got Mark. I got David. I got Mormon. I got Nate. I haven't met Nate. I now have Hagen.
Yep.
Hold on a minute. E-Man is coming. I don't know. There's just gonna be a whole bunch of bitches there. We're gonna have a good time. Did you sign up for the dinner? Are you doing the dinner with us with David?
I'm doing the dinner. I'm there. I'll be there.
It's great. Then you'll see me drunk in person. It'll be awful. You'll be like, Cliff, please. This is why your GM banned you from that game. You have to put me down now. It's been 12 minutes.
You're gonna be cradling me like a baby for a while.
I mean, depending on what I've had to drink.
Okay.
It could happen. It could happen. You know, all of Cliff's side bitches will be there. Hold on, wait a second. That's funny.
There you go.
Oh my God, there's a sign. Yes, there's a sign up for the dinner. Reach out to Still 35C. Reach out to David. He'll tell you all about it. I love it. All right, everybody. It's been 2 hours and 7 minutes. I love you all. You've all been wonderful. I may do something tomorrow afternoon. It really depends on life and it just depends on life. I'll do something. There'll be something tomorrow. You can also usually catch me hanging out with Mad Spidey at 7 p.m. on Saturdays, and you know, whatever. I'm on the interwebs. I'm here, and on the Council of Comics at 5 p.m. Eastern. And we're doing The Last Dragon. We're doing The Last Dragon as our movie review this week. New Keys and Hot Comics, 8 p.m. Eastern. New Comic Day, 8 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday. And there'll be a new episode of Fill in the Blanks Thursday, I believe. And that's it. I don't know. I'm out here. You'll find me. It's great. I love showing up. He's in it. Paul 609. Thank you. All right. Everybody, you've been great. Drew, I hope to see you at Heroes Con. Make sure you sign up for the freaking thing. Nobody invites you to nothing. You're invited, bitch. Go sign up for it. I don't want to hear it. We're going to do it. It's going to be great. If my broke ass can make it happen, y'all can make it happen. All right. I appreciate all of you. Love you guys. Have a great night. Mike, you're amazing. You already know I love you. It's beyond, it's not even platonic. It's just upsetting. All right. Everyone have a great night. Damn it. Don't be flying around in here. No. All right. Love you guys. Have a great night. Take care.